Well, first, the good news. We're seeing more and more great programs for children of all abilities. The unfortunate news, at least for some of you, is the challenge of simply getting you and your kids there. That's why the Pacific Autism Family Network has come up with a distinctive solution.
It's a unique one-stop hub where families can access everything from therapists to music studios to blood labs to preschool, all under one roof. And there are lots of comfy spaces for resting and relaxing as well.
It's a great idea to make sure that kids have the comfort and structure that they need while taking advantage of all the programs and services available.
Which is why our very own Grant Hardy and the Vancouver team stopped by the Autism Hub to learn more.
What I like most about it is the people that work here. They're very helpful and very nice and genuine and just decent people. For me, that's a necessary thing in any environment.
Employee Josh Scheller enjoys working at the Pacific Autism Family Hub in Richmond, B.C. Being on the autism spectrum, Josh is a big fan of the hub and the support it offers families.
Information is the key to everything, and if you don't have proper information, you can't do anything. So a place like this where you can get information and get assistance is absolutely vital for absolutely everyone. Pacific Autism Family Network, how may I help you?
The building is home to the Pacific Autism Family Network, which manages the hub.
My name is Jenna Christensen-Barker, and I'm the Director of Adult Programs here at PAFN. What we came up with is a hub-and-spoke model to expand the capacity of how families and individuals access autism services. So what that means is that here in Richmond, we have this big, beautiful building that's our hub location, and then we'll have spoke locations throughout the province in more rural and remote communities. On the first floor, we have mostly children's services, so we have an inclusive preschool. We have early intervention services, ABA therapy, music therapy, occupational therapy. We have a great little library space. In terms of adult programs, we have a large focus on employment because we think employment leads to meaningful lives in the community.
For the hub to be most effective, it must be an environment where individuals on the spectrum feel comfortable and safe.
We're a safe space, we're a stigma-free zone, a certified stigma-free zone. So that means that whatever you're feeling or however you communicate, we're respectful of that. We're a really quiet building. All of the heating and cooling is done through a radiant system in the floor. We have no LED lights, there's no fans blowing on us, things like that.
According to SOAR Inclusive Preschool co-director Katie Allen, the hub's supportive environment is a big reason why service providers are calling it their home.
The Autism Center is amazing, I think, both in the actual physical structure and its mission, to provide families of children with autism a cohesive path of how to obtain treatment for their children and also how to build a community that their kids can flourish in. Nice, simple answers. It doesn't have to be, very, disclosing. It's just say, he needs to work on this and this is his time to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
In keeping with the hub's inclusive spirit, the preschool is targeting a 50-50 split between children with autism and their neurotypical peers.
The individuals who are neurotypical in our classrooms have a lot to benefit from working and learning closely with their peers on the spectrum. A lot of the research suggests that these individuals grow up to be more empathetic, have great leadership skills, and so I think there's lots of social and emotional skills that they can develop that will make them better citizens when they grow older.
For Dana Lee, the hub and SOAR is a dream come true.
I have two 3-year-old twin boys. One is neurotypical and the other is on the autism spectrum. I'm really excited for them to learn with other children and be in an inclusive environment where autism isn't seen as something that is different that we have to compensate for.
Which is the hub's ultimate goal: to be a safe, inclusive space for service providers and the community they serve.
It's funny, we've noticed Taylor trying to interact more with Jason, and wanting to play with him, but his attempts to do that are a bit clumsy and awkward.
I think it brings a lot of focus to individuals with autism and the support that they need from society and from just individuals. It's also really nice to have different support services all within one location and a sense of community here. So within the facility that extends beyond the building as well.
What an awesome center. We could probably spend several segments talking about everything it has to offer. And in fact, we already checked out the Music Heals music therapy program in the past on ATW, but it was great hearing about the inclusive preschool this time.
Yeah, I think sending your kids to an inclusive preschool is a great idea. Both neurotypical kids and kids on the spectrum can learn so much from each other, especially the very important lesson that everyone has strengths and needs.
And maybe if it wasn't too busy, the parents could also jam out in the music studio at the same time.
Yes, for sure. But if you want to learn more about the Pacific Autism Family Network, visit their website at pacificautismfamily.com.